Hi everybody. Today I am taking a look at the Spoonie planner set from the Etsy shop Our New Healthy. Now they sell these both individually or in a set. Individually, the daily planner is $40 and the medical diary is $30, but if you get them in the set, they're $55. So that's a savings of 15 bucks, which I'm totally down for. Their shipping is free. I don't know if that's because of the whole Etsy free shipping thing that I've been watching the debacle happening on the YouTubes, but whatever the case may be. So I bought the set. The reason I bought this, it was recommended to me by a couple of you after I did the review of the Erin Condren Petite Planner medical journal that I was really a fan of, and they said that these are different because they're a lot more incorporated into standard daily planning and that they can be pretty intense and blah blah. So I want to take a look at them. Now this dent is my fault. I dropped the planner. So let's take a look at this set. You can either get them in pink or blue, and it's the same, like this would be like a darker blue and a lighter blue, and then this would be blue with the marble. So that's the difference between the two of them. They're very similar looking, just two different primary colors as their base. This is a daily planner, 52 weeks, nice and thick, and this medical diary is much thinner. The idea of this set is to make if you have a chronic illness or some kind of medical condition, that you make it into like part of your daily life, that it doesn't overtake your life, but that it's also recognized as a major part of your life. The daily planner is supposed to help you plan your life out, but also incorporating all of the things that have to do with your medical stuff into it. And then the medical diary is meant to be something you can bring with you to doctor's appointments and that you can give to caregivers or to other people so that they have a bunch of important information in one spot. So we'll look at the medical diary first because I find this to be really fascinating. It has a pocket on the inside, like a paper pocket. The covers for both of these are chipboard. They've got the gold grommets on the end, and they have the wire O binding, which you guys all know I absolutely hate. So let's just say this one has the small one, that one is the big one. The covers are the same on both of these in terms of style, and as you can see, if you drop it hard enough, you can dent it. There's gold foil on the front of both of them as well. So this inside says, be your own greatest advocate and never take no for an answer. It has a bunch of emergency contact information, and this emergency contact information it's more than just, if you find my planner, please return it. Like, it gives you a lot of good info, especially if, let's say, you're in an accident and this planner's on you. It has your blood type on it. It's got 2 emergency contacts as well as a space for notes. And then you have pages for allergies. Each page has room for 3 different allergies with allergy reaction and notes. And you have 12 individual pages of that, which means you have room for 36 different allergies. Medications and supplements. Each page has room for 3 of those. And there's a spot for the name, the day it was prescribed, the doctor, the treatment purpose, the dosage, notes and changes, and the day it was discontinued. So there's 18 of those pages, which gives you room for, I think, if I can math correctly, 54 different medications and supplements. I think that might just do it for my sister when she got her transplant. The next set we have is additional treatments. 3 per page. Treatment, provider, purpose, date started, date discontinued, and notes. And there's 8 pages of that, leaving you room for 24 different treatments. Then we have your medical team information. Provider, specialty phone, fax number, address, email, treated diagnosis, routine checkups for 4 quarters, and notes. And there's 2 per page. There's 20 pages for medical team, which gives you 40 different doctors or medical professionals in this book. Then for pharmacies, there's 5 per page with room for the address, the hours, the phone, etc. And you have 2 pages of that, so that's 10 total pharmacies. Insurance plans, they give you 2 per page with all the information you need for the insurance. And you have 4 pages of that, so room for 4 insurance plans. And then you're into the diagnosis diary. It gives you space for your diagnosis, your lead specialist, and complications or symptoms to watch. There's 4 per page, and there's 12 pages of diagnosis diaries, which gives you 48 diagnoses. Diagnoses? Yeah. Lab work pathology diary with room for the test, the doctor, the results, and the follow-up. And there's 18 pages of those, so 72 lab works. I think out of everything in this book, I feel like the lab work is the one that's probably the least. There's not enough, for me at least, to the amount of lab work I get done and the amount of tests I get run, but I don't think I'd ever really be writing those down because I just check them on the app from my doctor's office. However, this might be good just to be checking my kidney function or something. So yeah, there's plenty of that as well. And then in the back, you have a bunch of space for notes. You have, like, I think 4 or 5 note pages, and that's this. So it's not a planner. This is just an opportunity to keep a lot of your important information in one spot so that you can have this whenever you need to reference it. I think that this is a really great idea. I don't know if I personally would use this because I rely so much on my phone, But then again, that's not really a great idea to rely so much on your phone. Having a written copy of these things probably is a good idea. So I think that this is something I might really want to use. Now, as for the 52-week planner, again, it's got the paper cover, the paper pocket on the inside of the chipboard cover. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. Turn the page, pick up the pen, turn the page, and start creating your new healthy, happy life. Well, I mean, I like the sentiment, but like, I will never be healthy. Even when I get a transplant, I'll be on anti-immunosuppressant drugs. So I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, again, the same information in the front in case it gets lost. Here's a goal setting page, last year's successes, personal goals, work, study, project goals, health goals, things that inspire me or make me proud, and a weekly exercise or physical therapy goals. I like it includes health goals. A lot of goal setting planners don't include that. I do like that. And then here is an explanation of spoon theory. I'm not going to explain it here. If you don't know what spoon theory is, I will leave a link down below for an explanation of what it means. I don't call myself a spoonie, although I qualify for it, just because I don't... saying I don't have enough spoons, just, it doesn't, as a phrase, it weirds me out. It's not that I think it's bad. I don't like saying it. So I usually say I don't have enough bandwidth. But spoon theory is a great way to explain how it is for people who have chronic illness or other sorts of chronic problems like that. It can be a great way to explain it. So I'll leave a link down below for that. Now these pages I really, really enjoy. These are communication cheat sheets. This one is a cheat sheet to help you explain how you're feeling at any given time so that you can communicate to people how you're feeling instead of just saying I'm fine if they ask you, including a pain scale. And then this one is a cancellation cheat sheet which gives you 10 different ways to politely cancel on somebody when they invite you to something, or how to say no to somebody when they invite you to something because you're not feeling well. And as somebody who is a people pleaser, this page right here could almost be worth the price of the planner in and of itself, wire O binding and all. You get a total of 8 address book pages with 3 people per page. I wouldn't use this. I don't use address books. Again, everything's in my phone. So, but there's that. And then we get to the medication schedule. So this is something they give you at the beginning of every single month. Now this planner is undated. It's divided into months, but not really. What it's divided into is 4-week period. One of the things about this planner is that there's no monthly calendar. There's no like spread with the whole month in front of you. So if that's something you really need in a planner, that might turn you off right off the bat. But this planner is not set up this way. This planner is not a month-to-month planner. It's an every 4 weeks kind of planner. So each divider or each tab, which is just on the regular paper, but the tab itself is laminated. Each tab is for 4 weeks. So this is week 1 through 4, 5 through 8, 9 through 12, etc., all the way to 52 weeks. So it's a full year, but divided up into weeks of 4, which really does work if you think about it when it comes to things like medication and stuff like that, because it goes by number of days, number of weeks, as opposed to months where it's more arbitrary. It's kind of like the difference between saying pregnancy is 9 months or 40 weeks, when we all know 40 weeks is more than 9 months. So each monthly situation, each 4-week period begins with a medication schedule for that 4-week period. Breakfast, mid-morning, lunch, afternoon, dinner, and bedtime. And this reminds me, as soon as I'm done filming this video, I need to take some medication. And then some dietary notes, doctor's orders for the bottom of the page. Then you have a chance to write your priorities for the month, your inspirations, people to reach out to, trying new things, and events and deadlines. Once you get through that, you have your daily layouts. Now, this planner is actually a daily planner, which I find very interesting. And unlike most daily planners, this one does not put the weekend on one day. You get each day for the weekend. The only difference is that Sunday is set up a little bit differently than the rest of the week. So we'll start with Sunday, so you'll see how this looks. So each day starts with the date, like the day, Sunday, and then you write the date down and a quote. You have today I'm feeling, pain level, then a list of to-dos, weekly health updates, notes, and favorite thing I did this week. So this is specifically Sunday. And then next to Sunday, you get another weekly planning page that has a chance for you to write down a goal for that week, and then any questions and prep you have for medical or wellness appointments this week, and then a spot for notes and answers once you actually go to the doctor's office. You have a space every week for any potential appointments you have to write down your questions and record your answers, which is a good reminder for those of you who are not good at remembering to write things down to ask your doctor. I'm one of those people. And then you have your appointment, you leave, and you're like, shit, there was something I was going to ask him. You know, I'm like that. Now here's the regular days, like the not Sunday days. Again, you have the day, the date, a quote, today I am feeling, pain level. Then here you have a to-do list, and then to do with extra spoons. So these are the things I need to get done today. And if I have a little extra energy, a little extra bandwidth, a little bit more spoons, I can do these things as well. I think the one thing that I worry about a little bit with this is that the to-do list is so long, like of things you need to do. For me, I generally try to keep that to like 3 or 4 things per day because that's about what works for me. So I don't know if I would want to fill this whole thing, like maybe write in a few things and then to do with extra spoons be longer. I love the concept. Just for me personally, it's a little out of balance with how I usually feel, but that's me. A spot for your health and a spot for notes. And it's the same every day, including Saturday. Saturday has the same day as the rest of the week. And then you get to Sunday and look at that. Sunday and Saturday have their own pages. How easy is that? And then you get back to your weekly prep page. And then when you get to the end of those 4 weeks, you are back on the medication schedule and the prioritization page and all that. Now before I get to the end of the planner, I want to point out that the color scheme of this has like a very dark gray, which is really nice for the print and everything else. And then the only color in here is this corally pink color. It looks like if you get the pink planner, then you have the inside with like this pink corally color. And if you get the blue planner, it's set up the same way, but the color is like a light blue instead of a pink. So that will tell you if the inside of the planner matters to you. That is the big difference between the two colors. It isn't super neutral because there is pink or blue everywhere, and there's this little flowery situation that's on both the medication schedule and on the Sundays, but it's not covered in hella frou-frou shit, so you could decorate the crap out of this if you wanted to. But I like that it does bring into account your health. Like your health is put first and foremost in a lot of these pages, not as your whole life, but as a big part of it. When you get to the end, you have a yearly recap, highlights greatest moments, personal successes, work study project successes, health successes, and favorite lessons I've learned, and then a memory keeping page for memories I'd like to keep. And that's the end of the planner. You get one more pocket. There's the wire binding that I hate. And then the back of the cover with the Our New Healthy logo. This feels like a little bit nicer than usual printer paper. It's not super thick paper. So I am going to pen test it really quick just to see. I'll do this on this Introduction to Spoon Theory page, I think. And we've got, for my pen testing, a gel pen, a felt tipped pen, a Tombow dual brush marker, and a highlighter. Okay, so there was definite bleed through with the felt pen. The Tombow shadows a little bit. The highlighter does not go through at all, and the gel pen has a little bit of ridging, but no real shadowing. So I would be careful with thicker tipped felt tip pens on this because the paper is thinner. But in general, this is not a bad planner. I think overall the price, $55 for the 2 of these, is great if you're going to use this medical diary. If you're not going to use it, then just buy the single planner if that's what you want. But for those of you who have been looking for a planner that can help you really keep track of some of your health and shit, this is a great one. I feel like the only thing this planner is really missing, besides a monthly spread, if that's something you want, is somewhere to track like migraines or flare-ups or something, like some kind of a, like, it would be great if they, instead of these address pages, they put in like, you know, a monthly tracker with several things that you could track, like giving you several spaces each month to track things like pain flare-ups or migraines or something. I think that would be really helpful in this rather than all of these address book pages. But overall, as somebody with chronic illness, I really like this planner, and hella props to it for giving the weekends their own days as well. Like, for fuck's sake. This is, thank you, Spoonie Planner. Thank you, what's the name of the company again? Thank you, crap, what is it? Our New Healthy. I know Spoonie Planner is also a shop, so I'm like super confused. Anyway, so yeah, I appreciate that a lot. I think this could be a phenomenal option for some people. I think it might be a little bit information overkill for some people, so it depends on the kind of diagnosis you have. But for me, especially, once I get to a point where I'm on dialysis or I have just gotten a transplant and have a million meds to contend with as opposed to my thousands of meds I have right now, something like this could be really helpful. So I'm definitely going to keep that in mind. Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Are you somebody who could make use of a planner like this? If you are somebody who could make use of a planner like this, do you think there's anything missing besides a habit tracker? I'd love to hear about it in the comments below, and I'd also love to hear any planners you'd like me to take a look at as we cruise towards the end of the year. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.